now called to order. So I would like, do we need to turn this over to you guys for introductions?
Yes, that would be great.
Why don't you take it on that end and introduce those that are on the phone and those that are in the room?
Okay, on the phone we have Mr. Hessing, Mr. Sanchez, Mrs. Burks, and Mr. Gregg. Hopefully Dr. Givens will be able to join us. And then Julie's going to introduce everyone here in the room.
Okay. At the table we have Debbie Barrow, who's Director of Government and Board Relations, Mike Bernhardt, Nancy Marks, Jesse Brown, Dr. Betty Stewart, Dr. Robert Clark, Dr. Marilyn Follet, Kevin Crosno, and Kenny Bryant. Around the room we have, over in his usual spot, Barry Maka, our General Counsel, Don Fisher, our Director of Human Resources, Dr. Deborah Garrison, Dean of the Makeda Graduate School and Associate Vice President of Academic Affairs. And then over in the far corner we have Dr. David Carlston, who is here with the Faculty Senate, Ethan Metcalf, Editor of the Wichitan, Dr. Bradley Wilson, Assistant Professor of Mass Communication, Cindy Ashlock, Executive Assistant to the President, Claire Kowalik, who's a reporter for the Times-Record News, Lauren Roberts with the Wichitan, and David Gonzalez with KFDS.
Fantastic. Thank you, Julie. Dr. Rogers had a previously scheduled out-of-town appointment and will not be here for this meeting today. Again, thank you everyone for participating today. I do want to remind you that we're being streamed live on the internet, so please silence or turn off your cell phones and be aware that side discussions around the table or the room are distracting and may be heard through the microphones. We provide an opportunity for public comment concerning agenda items at the beginning of each meeting. Debbie, has anybody signed in to speak?
No, sir.
Okay, we will move on to the agenda. Our only item today is item 15-1, Presidential Search. As you are aware, our consultants from Academic Search spent 2 days last week visiting with faculty, staff, students, alumni, and community members about the search. Approximately 180 individuals participated in these town hall meetings to discuss the search process and to comment on characteristics they would like to see in the president. I believe the consultants and the committee were pleased with the response to our request for input. Again, I apologize. I had a previously scheduled out-of-town trip and wasn't able to be there, but everybody I've talked to said the meetings were spirited and good. Following the town hall meetings, the consultants met with the Presidential Search Advisory Committee to finalize the recommended leadership profile and advertisement for this position. These documents were then forwarded to each of you for review and are recommended for approval. I should also remind you that Ms. Gaynor will work with Academic Search on the exact formatting of these documents with appropriate photographs. Before we open the floor for discussion of these items, is there a motion to approve these documents as presented?
Y'all move.
Second?
Second.
Okay, so any questions or discussions? I will add at this point, there is a mechanism on the Midwestern website for people to send in responses and discussion items. And we have received a number of those, and I think Debbie's forwarded all those as well. So any other discussion or questions on this matter?
And I'll remind you that Kevin is a part of the search committee, as is Mike and Dr. Carlston. So if you have any questions of them, they're, I'm sure, willing to answer.
I did have the opportunity to go to the faculty and really was pleased that we had such a good turnout and no surprises. You know, everyone's interested, of course, and was very well done. I thought the consultants responded extremely well and with a lot of respect and really captured what happened at the meeting. So that was the only one I had the opportunity to attend. And Jesse, I think you went to one as well.
Yeah, I went to the student and the community one, and I mean, all the discussion, the search consultants, they got it pretty much how it was said. It was all positive stuff. There's different views, but everyone was had certain things that everyone agreed on, so it was all positive.
And I think they were very pleased that they had the opportunity, as well as those that could not attend, having the opportunity to respond online. So I think that was a real good thing.
So one thing I'll point out too, Nancy, this is not the last time people will have a chance to weigh in. As I've promised from the get-go, we're going to make this as transparent as possible. There will be open dialogue. I'm encouraging anybody that talks to me about this to talk to others. And I think at the end of the day, what we want is people to have the opportunity to provide input so that we can make the right decision for the university and for Wichita Falls. Okay. Any other discussion or questions? If not, we have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Well, Debbie, that concludes our meeting today. Our next meetings will be November 6th and 7th. Any other comments or questions before we adjourn?
Just so you all will know what happens now, Julie and the people from Academic Search will be just doing a line-by-line proof of everything. It will go to the advertising locations, the Chronicle of Higher Education, various higher ed places. It will be posted fully on our Presidential Search website and also will be on the Academic Search website. And we're hopeful by Wednesday at the latest that everything will be out and we will start receiving applications.
Cool.
All right.
That's all.
Well, that's it. That's all we've got here. So I look forward to seeing you guys at the next meeting. Thanks, everyone.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. No dinner, no dinner, no nothing. This is it.
We have crackers.
No cookie,
Crackers.
no coffee.